Good morning Year 6 and welcome to your next home learning lesson. Before we start our next lesson, it's important that we mark our work from yesterday. Here are the answers for the green and blue sheets that you should have completed yesterday. Pause the video now and make sure you mark each one and do any corrections if you have got them incorrect. Today's learning objective is to be able to round numbers to the nearest 100,000 and nearest million. Using the digits below, can you create as many 6-digit numbers as possible? For example, 685,437. You should have been able to create many 6-digit numbers using those digits in the last activity, and now we're going to use them in this quick task. Place these numbers into a place value grid in the correct order from smallest to largest. Remember how we used the place value grid yesterday to help us. Here's a place value grid you could use to help you. Take time to pause the video and copy it out into your home learning book. Once you've placed the numbers in the place value grid, remember to start with the largest place value and identify which number is the largest. And if they're equal, you can move to the next place value. Now time for another quick task. This one's similar to the last. You're going to use the digits below to create as many 7-digit numbers as possible. Here's an example to help you. 6,854,730. So remember, the digits must all be used to make a 7-digit number. So you should have been able to create many 7-digit numbers. And we're going to use them again in another quick task. So again, place these numbers into a place value grid in the correct order from smallest to largest. And you should remember how to use a place value grid, as we've done this in the previous task and in yesterday's lesson. So here it is again, the place value grid. Pause the video and take time to copy it down. Remember to place the numbers in the correct place value and then identify what one is largest by starting with the largest place value. This time, the largest place value will be the millions column. Here is a number line from 0 to 10 million. What do you think each line represents? Here's a little hint. There are 10 of them. Well done everyone, I'm sure you all got this right. Each line represents 1 million. On this number line, between which two lines will 3,800,000 go? Take your time to look at the number line and also look at the value of each of the numbers. So on this number line, 3,800,000 will go here, between 3 million and 4 million. That's because 3,800,000 is not smaller than 3 million and it is not larger than 4 million. So it goes in between here. Let's try another one. On this number line, between which two lines will 5,600,000 go? Remember to take your time and look over the number line. That's right everyone, On this number line, 5,600,000 will go here between 5 million and 6 million. That's because the number is not smaller than 5 million and not larger than 6 million, so it must go between these two lines. Let's try one final one. On this number line, between which two lines will 8,900,000 go? Well done everyone, I'm sure you got this one right as well. So on this number line, 8,900,000 will go here between 8 million and 9 million. Now we can identify between which two lines this number will go. It's time to see if we can have an approximate guess as to where between these two lines the number would go. Here's a little tip. If you break the section into 10 small pieces, you should be able to guess roughly where this number will go. For this number, it will be between 4 million and 5 million, and then 8 little pieces along. So here you can see on this number line, 4,800,000 would approximately go here. Now we can place these numbers on a number line. We can now tell that 4,800,000 would round to the nearest million, being 5 million. That's because on the number line you can see the arrow is closer to 5 million than it is 4 million. That's because we know that 800,000 is closer to the next million than it is the previous million. By placing numbers on a number line, you will be able to round numbers to the nearest million, 100,000, 1,000, 100, 10, or 1. When rounding numbers, it's important to remember these facts. When rounding to the nearest 10, 1 to 4 round down and 5 to 9 round up. When rounding to the nearest 100, 1 to 49 round down and 50 to 99 round up. When rounding to the nearest 1,000, 1 to 499 round down and 500 to 999 round up. When rounding to the nearest 10,000, 1 to 4,999 round down and 5,000 to 9,999 round up. When rounding to the nearest 100,000, 1 to 49,999 round down and 50,000 to 99,999 round up. When rounding to nearest million, 1 to 499,999 round down and 500,000 to 999,999 round up. Using the number line below to support you, can you round these numbers to the nearest million? Remember to use the advice I gave you previously, and make sure you pause the video and give yourself enough time to answer these questions. Well done everyone, I'm sure you got those right. The first one rounds to 5 million. As you can see, if we place it on the number line, it's nearest to 5 million, then it is 6. The next one rounds to 9 million. Again, by placing it on the number line, you can see it's closer to 9 million than it is 8 million. And finally, the last one. That rounds to 4 million. Again, because it is closer to 4 million than 5 million when we place it on the number line. This time we're going to try rounding to the nearest 100,000. And we're going to use the number line below. This number line starts at 1,400,000 and finishes at 2,400,000. It's broken into 10 and each line represents one more 100,000. So using this number line below to support you, can you round these numbers to the nearest 100,000? Remember to identify the 100,000s that it would be in between and then roughly estimate where it would go on the number line to support you. Well done again, I'm sure you got all those right. So as you can see, the first one rounds to 1,700,000 because it's nearest to 1,700,000 on the number line. The second one rounds to 1,900,000 and the third rounds to 2,300,000. As you can see, by placing them on the number line, it's easier to see which one it is closest to, therefore identifying which one it would round to. Now it's time for today's main task. Complete the worksheets on the Year 6 Home Learning page on the school website. Start with the green to secure your understanding, and then if you would like to challenge yourself, try the blue sheet. Finally, here's a mastery challenge. Try and solve these questions to show you have truly mastered today's lesson. Make sure to pause the video and give yourself plenty of time to complete these. Well done, Year 6. See you tomorrow for the next Maths Home Learning lesson.